wonder. It looks like that works. Okay, yeah, so I can see myself here. That stream works. All right, so this is just going to be day 0 of my live streaming here for 100 Days of Code. Just to kind of test these streaming settings, I'm going to kind of get this initial project set up. I'm not going to do any code in this video, but I do want to fix some stuff with my GitHub. I really haven't used it very much the past year. I've been using Bitbucket just for like my own project reasons, but I also realized that there have been like massive updates to Free Code Camp, and I might as well go back in and fix some of those early projects that I did that, you know, really... Oh, look, none of these are even checked. I should be logged in, right? Oh, no, I'm not logged in. That explains it. So let's get logged in. Let's see what all is new from the last time. Like CSS Grid, that's totally new. I'm not going to do the lessons, I don't think, on the stream. But I do want to fix some of the projects, like the front end stuff that I had done. I can kind of wrap all of that into specific projects and then put it up on GitHub pages, and I think that might be a cool way to kind of really demonstrate those things. And I'll even fork the 100 Days of Code stuff into my own GitHub and kind of develop a much better portfolio of things. So what did I have? It was the front end library certification, front end libraries projects. So there's even a new project that I hadn't done, this drum machine, JavaScript calculator, Pomodoro. These are probably all so ugly. I wonder, I think this was like, I did like a Winnie the Pooh quotes or something. Markdown preview. Yeah, all that code is I think on CodePen. Those things are on CodePen. So there's going to be those front end libraries, data visualizations. What projects were these? Oh, and there's like 2 new ones here. Okay. Handle click event. Oh, those aren't projects. Those are, or are they? I don't know. I'll have to dive deep into those. Those are just kind of tasks. Yeah, those are just some of the tasks. APIs and microservices certification. Oh yeah, I remember doing these. There's like kind of a URL minifier thing that you build, and oh, an exercise tracker. Yeah, that'd be a cool one to do. All right. And MongoDB and Mongoose. I've used plenty of times, but these are all the kind of the lessons. If I need to do those, I guess I will. I don't know. I think I've got a handle on all of these things. Advanced Node and Express. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's information security and quality assurance projects. Wow, those are cool. Let's look at Metric and Imperial. Build a full stack JavaScript app that is functionally similar to this. For everyone. Oh, okay. So it's kind of tracking the mouse. Whoa. did glitch out there. Okay. Let me rerun that. Interesting. It's listing technically public. Why is it not? Let me inspect this webpage. Why did it crash out on me? That's interesting. Okay, so I can't really start this project on Glitch using this link or clone this repository on GitHub. If you use Glitch, remember to save the link in your project somewhere safe. Interesting. I don't know what Glitch is. Let's go to glitch.com. Let's see what it is. La-di-da-di, glitch.com. I've not heard of this. Is this a hosting thing? I really have no idea what this is. And it's certainly not loading very fast. I'll come back to that. It's not super important right now. I'm just kind of getting a lay of the land. We're kind of laying out some ideas here. Let me go back to the curriculum. So I want to kind of rebuild these front end, and I guess all the way down to the end. There's so many new projects. It's great. Perfect for 100 days of code. I don't need to mess with the portfolio really at all. Look at that, a whole year of nothing on my my free code camp portfolio. I haven't been on this website in forever, but yeah. So like I really started. Let's see what the earliest date is. 2015, June 27th, 2015. All right, and then the last. Oh, it looks like I did 2 years ago. I completed something. Maybe they'd added some new projects then 2 years ago. So I went back and did those for just, my own crazy reasons. Let's get this 100 days of code going. 100 days of code. I'm going to, what is it, 100 days of code. I guess I have to actually search it, and there should be a GitHub repository that I can fork. Okay, fork this template for the 100 days journal to keep yourself accountable. And I'm going even a step further to keep myself accountable. I am going to be live streaming it. So let's fork this. Where should we fork? I want to fork into my account. Forking Callaway 100 days of code. It should only take a few seconds. All right. So I'm going to clone this. Copy that. Let's get a shell going here. Projects I want to call live stream. Let's get clone 100 days of code. And let's go in, CD into my 100 days of code. It's amazing that when you are streaming, like I know I'm being recorded, I know I'm doing that, and I cannot type anymore. I usually type so fast. Maybe it has to do with the speaking also, the fact that I'm like rambling as I'm going. But let's open up my editor and see what we're going with here. So there's a log that I think I'm supposed to update. preview open. Yeah, round one, day one. Let's look at the README first. I'll look at the preview, markdown version. Okay, so check out the official site. I've already done that off the stream. Read the rules, fork the repo, and commit to the log or to the alternative rapid R1 log daily. And then I can look at an example. And yeah, this is just for multiple rounds. Which maybe I'll do. Who knows? Maybe I'll like this so much that I'll do multiple rounds. So I've cloned this. I'm in my 100 days of code here. What is INTL? It's probably some, language translations. Okay, so in my forked copy here, let's keep reading the rules here. Encourage at least 2 other people in the challenge on Twitter every day. Pay it forward. So I talked to a couple of other teachers. Maybe we're going to get some people involved, but I'm going to dive right in head first. Just go with it. And if nobody ever joins me, no problem. If other people do, great. But the important thing is that I am doing it. All right. So let me just go into the log. I'm going to go to let's go into the README first. I'm going to delete everything. There, perfect. Save that. Resources, do I need those? No, I'm going to delete those. Actually, I'll leave those going. What am I doing? Why would I leave those going? Why would I not? Okay, so I'm going to delete the log though. Yeah. And let's say what I'm going to do today. Day 0, I'm going to change this date, don't I? January. What is today's date? I literally have no idea. January 11th, 2019. This is not an example. This is real life. Okay, so today's progress. Set up my live stream software and forked repo on GitHub. Check. Free code camp resources and projects that I will working on. And thoughts, my goals. Actually, I'm going to change this thoughts to goals. I want to become better at TypeScript and React. I also want to dive into Golang. And my link to work, I'm going to just link right to this repo, which will be 100 days of code. There's no real link other than the repo itself, which is github.com/RayJT, and what is the shoot? 100 days of code. There we go. Days of code. Okay. Does that look all right? I'm so bad at writing Markdown. Markdown is not really coding. It is a way of simply writing HTML without actually writing the HTML. So, okay, I've got the beginnings of a log here. Doesn't say too much. I'm going to also build my started a next project for the front end. What did I call them? In the curriculum, they are called front end what? Responsive web design projects. Interesting. So I've not seen some of these projects. Don't need to do all the JavaScript practice stuff. But I want to do the front end libraries project. So I'll just call it front end libraries projects. And I'll get that set up. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the way I'll do this. Yeah, okay. So let me, I'm gonna save this work. Front end libraries projects. And got Next.js working. Also pulled in some of the code from old repos that still. Alright, what? You know, I'm still not sure if I should be like reading as I'm typing. Maybe I should have like the Free Code Camp Spotify in the background. I don't need to be talking 100% of the time, but maybe I should be. Who knows? Figure this out one thing at a time. Let's call this fork and initial commit. And let's go ahead and kill that. Let's push this out there. Push origin. I can make the starting page a little bit cleaner later. Maybe I can delete the INTL stuff. Let's look at my log. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm also going to I'm going to create a Next.js project and redo these front end stuff. Projects. Next.js I haven't used very much, but I did a course, one of Wes Boss's courses, and he used Next.js, and I want to keep kind of solidifying that stuff in my brain, so I might as well use it again. Simply, we're going to install here, copy that. Okay. So I'm going to leave my 100 days of code directory. Let's call it front end libraries projects. CD in there, and then let's npm init. Let's copy the install stuff in there, and I think I'm only going to stream here for another couple of minutes, so I can just take a look, see what settings are. I'm going to start the Free Code Camp Spotify too at the same time. See if that actually even plays in the background. I have no idea, but it should be good. It should be shouldn't have any copyright strikes or anything, or whatever goes on with YouTube. So, with Next.js, I've got to do some things here. And we can actually probably just look right at the docs. First I want to add the scripts. Yeah, that's no problem. I don't know why those are still showing up there. It's also difficult to, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's not tracking my node module, so that's fine. For some reason they just show up in the, maybe I should I'll do an initial commit. Oh man, typing. And thinking. Typing and thinking. Two very difficult things to do when you know you're being watched. But the thing is, nobody is watching, I'm sure. So, don't stress yourself about it, Jordan. Why did it still say 5K there? There shouldn't be 5,000. I don't know. Well, that's not really a pressing issue. Let's just get this project set up here. So, it's that simple? You just create pages and an index? That's super easy. Okay, so let's go in here. I'm going to create a folder. Everything in Next is based off of this pages, and it'll set up all the routing for you from here. So it's pages index.js, and it's const. Let's call it home. I think we'll pass it props, but I might not even need to use that. Let's give it a div. And each one, and just say home, export default home. Whoops. Save that, and I'm going to open up the console in the VS Code. I never use that. I use the actual console, my Ubuntu console, but terminal, I should say. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm going to say terminal anyways. And then let's do npm dev. And it's going to do some cool stuff here. And we can localhost. Whoa, I didn't even look. What port does it use? What port does Next.js use? 3000. Localhost 3000. And there's my home. Okay. What else can I do just to kind of set things up here? You know what I'm going to be using? I'm definitely going to be using style components. So let's go ahead and npm install style components. I don't think I'm going to write TypeScript for these. I want to start using TypeScript on some of these projects, but I don't know that I want to use it with React. I know I want to use it with some of the Google app scripting projects that I do. but I don't think I want to start using it. Definitely not for this video, but in the future, I'll kind of mull that one over a little bit more later. So, what are my front-end libraries projects? We're going to have 5. We're going to have a random quote machine, markdown previewer. Go ahead and put all that in there. Let's create some new pages. Let's do random. Can you put a hyphen in these files? I actually have no idea. Let's try this. Const random quotes page equals, make a div h1 random quotes and export default random quotes page. Save that, and back in the index I'm going to add a link. So we need to import link from next link, and then I'm going to link, and it's supposed to contain A tags. Prettier will fix a lot of this stuff for me. You'll see my indent. I've gotten real reliant on Prettier to fix all my indenting. And I'm going to go in and put styles for all this stuff later. And let's do random quotes. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, whoops, wrong. Oh, it's over here. Haha. Random quotes. So, okay, you can put hyphens in the names. That is great. I did not really realize that. So, random quotes. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to create out the rest of these pages and then push them to my GitHub. And then tomorrow, actual day 1 of 100 Days of Code. It's going to be at some random time in the afternoon. It's going to be a Saturday. So, we'll see how it goes from there. But this is just kind of initial test. If you watch this, hey, cheers to you. I hope you keep coming back or kind of give me some ideas about where I should, what directions I should go in. All right, cheers.